that you go through reveals the faith, but it also strengthens and invigorates your faith. Oh, baby, you get stronger. It actually confirms your faith. Do you realize the strong wind and the rain, which tries the tree, also invigorates the tree? See, one thing you got to understand about the tree needs all the seasons. If it had too much sunshine, the tree would dry out. If it had too much rain, it would drown out. So what you got to understand in your life, just like the tree, sometimes you're going to have some sunshine and sometimes you're going to have some rain. But what God is going to do in the situation, he's going to allow you to become stronger. Listen, let me tell you something, people of God, because I experienced this in my life, because the tree needs all of the seasons if it's going to be strong. It is the negative that develops the strength of the positive. You need all the seasons. In New Orleans, Louisiana, in my front yard, many years ago, I had some beautiful palm trees. Ooh, and I loved my palm trees. In fact, I would just drive by my house, circle the neutral ground, just to look at my palm trees. But in 1989, we experienced the coldest winter that New Orleans ever had. And do you know what? In 1989, it got so cold, I could hear my palm trees say, "I'm out of here." I know you like me. I know you appreciate me. I see you driving by. But it's just too cold. And my poor palm trees died. But guess what, people of God? Right across the street was an old oak tree. And no matter how cold it got, no matter how much the wind blew, you know what? The oak tree kept on standing. I could hear the oak tree say, "Hey, New Orleans cold, you ain't about nothing. I got some cousin oak trees in Detroit. I got some cousin oak trees in Chicago. Your cold ain't about nothing, because I have been through all the seasons." I stopped by to tell you, people of God, you may not know what's happening in your life, and that's why I want you to know it's only a test. But what God is trying to do, he's trying to prepare you for all the seasons. Listen, when I first started pastoring in New Orleans in 1975, and I moved from Windsor, Ontario, Canada, to New Orleans, I must confess to you, I was a palm tree. I wasn't used to all the seasons. I was covered. My family covered me. I was sheltered. And everybody said, "God bless little Paul, just like his daddy. Oh, he's a fine boy. Oh, we love Paul. We love Paul." But when I moved to New Orleans and took over the church, guess what? People started talking about me. And in New Orleans, it don't even have to be in the newspaper. It don't even have to be on the news, baby. But when people get something, man, they just build on it and they just keep on lying. And oh, I got so discouraged because I was trying to be the best pastor that I could. And I'd go in my room and say, Lord, I don't know why these people just talk about me. I'm trying to do my best, Lord, and I'm trying to live right, and I'm trying to do what you told me to do. Why are these people talking about me? But my enemies made one mistake. They kept talking about me. And pretty soon I got tired of crying. And I went on my knees and I said, Lord, you know. And you know what? I stayed right there. And the more I stayed there, the stronger I got. I went down as a palm tree, but I came up as an oak tree. And I'm here to tell you, God will give you strength. Because when you leave Mega Fest this week, I don't know, somebody came as a palm tree, but that stuff ain't gonna bother you no more. I feel like preaching in this place. It ain't gonna bother you no more. But the God whom I serve, he's able to see you through. So stop worrying about it. Put a smile on your face. I feel a transformation going on in this place. Just touch two people. Tell them it's only a test. Do you know what? With my children, I have 3 children. But growing up, I taught them all how to ride a bicycle. But you know, in teaching them to ride a bicycle, the hardest part was when you had to let the bicycle go and let them go on their own. You know what I do with my children? I would run alongside of them. It's their ride on a 2-wheel. But then I knew I had to let it go. But when I let it go, I could see the wheels wobbling. And I could see my children crying, Daddy, 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 I'm going to fall. And you know what I'd do? I would run to my child and I'd rub my child's leg. You all right? You all right? You all right? Daddy's here. Daddy's here. And just as soon as they would wipe their eyes, I say, now you ready to get back on? Are you ready to get back on? Because if I would have left them there, they'd have never been able to ride. That's why I come to speak to somebody today to tell you, get up and ride again. Get up and ride, because it's your season. Won't God make a way out of no way? Some of you came burdened. You came depressed. You thought it was the real thing, but it's only a test. They would tell us in grade school there was something called a fire drill, but they would pre-warn us, don't run out, don't act crazy, we're going to turn on the fire alarm, and we just want to see how you can file out in single file. When the fire drill